Well, as always, excited to be back. Really proud of this team and the journey that we've been on to get here. It's been a little bit unique with starting the season so strong and then losing 6 in a row and then, fighting our way back to finish third in the Big East and, with 2 weeks left, still have a chance to win the championship. So it's been a fun ride with this group, and it's awesome that it's ending in the NCAA tournament, and we'll see if we can't put our best foot forward and try to stretch this season out as long as we can.
All right, we'll take questions down here in the front row.
Joel Lorenzi, Omaha World-Herald. Mac, obviously, what Taquavion and Jarkel do makes up so much of NC State's offense. What do you emphasize to your guards and wings in terms of what to do to limit them, and I guess just the game plan overall?
Well, it starts in transition. We have to be able to slow them down in transition defense, and then they're both very active on the top of the floor defensively. So they oftentimes turn defense into pretty easy offense, and we have to make sure that we limit that as much as possible. That energizes, I think, their entire team when they get turnovers and turn it into baskets. But they're both very talented. Their ability to shoot the ball from 25 feet. I don't know if we played a combination of two guards that can shoot it with that kind of range, with that kind of accuracy all season. So it'll test our perimeter defenders, and we have to. Our antennas have to be up the entire time because they don't need much room to take a shot.
We'll stay here, follow up in the front row.
Yeah, Mac, and how do you balance that? Because obviously your drop coverage is so effective, but these guys hardly need even a sliver of a window to get a shot off.
Yeah, I mean, you stay with what you do, but you adjust it slightly depending on personnel, like we have all season, and we'll make some adjustments that we'll talk about after the game, not before.
On the right-hand side.
Grace Boyles, WOWT in Omaha. Coach, since the beginning of the season, this has been a special group. What does it just mean to get to this point with this group specifically?
I was actually talking to R2 before practice this morning. We have the number of the practice on each practice plan. Today was practice 100, and we joked about that's 100 practices, but how fast it went. It seemed like yesterday that he made the comment. It just seems like yesterday we got back from Maui, and generally in life when things go that fast, it's because you're around some people you enjoy being around, and that's certainly the case with this team. I've thoroughly enjoyed coaching them. I really believe that they've enjoyed being around each other, even during difficult times. They had each other's back, so. That makes this even more rewarding that they've stuck together through some tough times, and we've had some tough times together, but we've also had some great times together during the course of this season, and none greater than being back here.
Taking the left side here in the middle.
Hey Greg, Luke DeCock, Raleigh News and Observer. It was a little bit of ancient history. It's a different North Carolina team, but that people still talk about that 2012 game against UNC in Greensboro. I'm just curious, obviously the UNC fans have a little bit of a different perspective on it. Did you feel your team was kind of unfairly maligned after that? I know Ethan took a ton of sort of abuse on social media that was probably unwarranted.
Yeah, Ethan lives here in Denver, but I won't tell the Carolina fans where. We were not a physical team that entire year. That's not how we played. It's unfortunate that they had an injury. We've certainly had injuries at the end of the season that have impacted our ability to move forward in the tournament. But I get a few emails every year still from a couple Carolina fans that haven't forgotten. But Coach Williams and I were great friends then, and we've remained great friends. I have all the respect in the world for the Carolina program, and we'll continue to have that.
I think the state would probably want to buy Creighton.
Yes, yeah, North Carolina State, they might be on our side on that one, but we're excited. Obviously, North Carolina State's got a great team. They've had a heck of a season. Very explosive offensively and very disruptive defensively. So we've got our hands full.
The middle on the right-hand side.
Matt Foster, KUTV Omaha. Mac, you've got a lot of guys now who have some tournament experience under their belt, unlike last year where you were playing a lot of young guys. Does that give you any more confidence going into tomorrow?
I think it helps your preparation because I think sometimes when guys haven't played in an NCAA tournament, the emotions can get in the way of preparation, the excitement, the anxiety, the joy of wanting to be there and playing that game on this stage. I think having guys that have done it, and I think we have 6 guys with NCAA tournament experience, they understand that it's still preparation, and we have to go about it the same way, even though it's on a bigger stage. And I also think they can help the guys that haven't taken part in it temper their emotions to make sure those emotions are used in a positive way to help us get ready. And I've been very, very, very pleased with our preparation this week. And hopefully we can take that onto the playing floor tomorrow afternoon.
Left-hand side on the aisle.
Adam Kruger, CBS Omaha. Coach, you mentioned how proud you were of this team overcoming a 6-game losing streak to earn a 6th seed. Having said that, does this team need an NCAA tournament win for you to, in your eyes, to see this season as a success?
Season's already been a success. I'll never apologize for wearing a white jersey in the first round of the NCAA tournament. There's 300 some odd teams that are sitting at home or playing in a different tournament that would love to be here. So I think it's short-sighted to look at it that way. Yes, there were some huge expectations, and every team's different. There were some teams across the country that were expected to be successful like we were, and they fell short as well. But I think winning 14 games in the Big East and being a 6th seed in the NCAA tournament, if that's an unsuccessful season, then we maybe need to look in the mirror and check ourselves a little bit.
We'll stay on the left-hand side here.
Greg, DJ Burns is kind of a unicorn. I mean, I'm not sure there's many guys who post up at the three-point line and back their way in. You also have the personnel to play him straight up if you want to and not double or things like that. How do you approach playing a guy like that who can pass it out of a double team but can also just kind of back you down from 18 feet out?
I thought there were a lot of ACC teams that had the personnel to guard him one-on-one too, and it didn't go so well for some of them. He's as you said, very unique, his skill set. He has vision like a guard and passing skills of a guard, and not only does he get rid of it quick and get rid of it to the right spot, but it's to the right place. He's hitting guys in their shooting pocket where they can do something with it. So you try to keep him off balance, and obviously, we're going to try to make him play at the other end of the floor too, as much as we can. But Ryan's a really good defender, but he's going to be tested. DJ scored over a lot of really talented defensive players, so it'll take everything we have to try to keep him off balance the best we can.
We're the right-hand side on the far side.
Greg. Vinny Benedetto with the Denver Gazette. Mason grew up around a bunch of different NBA locker rooms. I guess what kind of benefit is that to him, and then what kind of player do you think he has the potential to become going forward?
I'm really excited about Mason's future. He's made a good stride this year. He needed the red shirt last year, and we're fortunate that his parents both were college athletes and understood that he needed a year to really work on his body and have his body mature. And his body's still got a ways to go, but he's brought us some spark off the bench with his ability to shoot the basketball, with his athletic ability to run the floor. And he loves the game. He works really hard, and you can tell that that his parents and their athletic success has had a huge impact on him. So he's been an important part of our success, and we're going to need him to shine big tomorrow.